Welcome back to our podcast. My name is Raquel.
I'm Jessica.
And our podcast is called Listen, the Girls Are Talking. Today, we're going to be talking about balancing masculinity and femininity.
That's going to be a tongue twister.
Yeah. Femininity.
Femininity.
Yeah.
Femininity. Femininity.
What do you guys think about masculinity and femininity? I feel like this generation, right, have so much expectations on like men wanting women to be just completely feminine. But it's like you gotta know that if you come into a woman who literally built what she has from the ground up, or took care of her kids on her own, or so many different scenarios, how can you truly expect a woman to be all around feminine if all she knows is like having to be masculine, the head of the household, the leader, like, you know,
the protector,
the
provider,
literally the provider.
Yeah.
So
I think, as well, to piggyback off that, is women want to be feminine as well, and they struggle with it because of the fact that when a male approaches them, they don't create that safe place for them to embrace their femininity.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
That's the and it's so then we come down with that question: where how do we balance it? How do we balance it? For me, it's been easier for me to be alone and embrace my feminine energy. I'm just gonna say feminine energy because that's just too much for me to be saying. That I've learned that when I come in to engagement with certain individuals, males, it brings out my masculine energy.
So engaging with males don't bring out your feminine energy; it brings out your masculine energy.
It brings out more of my masculine energy.
Because, do better, guys. Do better.
Because they want us to be soft and feminine, and to, want us to need them, but they don't take lead. They don't show initiative. They don't, like I said, create a safe place for me to even want to be like, okay, I'll be this person. I was like, I'm like on ease. That's like, you not giving me that security that I need to want to even like be feminine.
Right.
But when I'm like in my own home, it's a balance. I'm not gonna say I'm all the way feminine, but it's a balance that I take care of my home, take care of my household. But I also embrace my feminine energy. Like I do a lot of self-care. I do spend, I do go get fixed. I do go, pamper myself. I do read. I do yoga. I take care of my mind, my body, and everything in that way. Whereas like it's a good balance. Mm-hmm. It's when people come and interrupt that I be like, it throws me off. Right. Because it's like, okay, when I engage with you, I feel like we're supposed to be balancing each other. Mm-hmm. But that's not what it is. It's like we're kind of, I feel like it becomes a competition. Not that I want to compete, but it's like they're trying to prove that they're, worthy, worth it, mm-hmm. capable. But they don't be doing, or they do things their way. Right. That's their way of doing things, and they want you to just follow suit. It's not even following lead. It's like follow suit. Like you get in where you fit in. That's basically how I feel like when I engage with guys. Is like they look at it like you need to get in where you fit in, type of thing. And it's like, right? Like it's a big no for me. Like I could be in my own home and be comfortable and feel safe, and provide that security that I need for me and my kids. So it'd be like I got to a point where I'm comfortable being alone, because I don't be confused. I know what's what. I know how to take care of this and this and that. I got to a level of comfortability and where I'm comfortable in my home and in my life that is like it's a good balance. It was a point in time that yes, I was always in the masculine energy because I was more stressed out. So I was always just focusing less on myself and the well being of myself, that it was just like my kids work, my kids work, my kids work. Now it's like I started balancing out my life that I could incorporate that. Now I have, time to focus on like, okay, woosah, or just relaxation, or just like, enjoying the being in my feminine energy.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it though? Because since you're married, so how was it hard for you to like? Do you feel like you were more masculine before you got married, and did you struggle with toning it down a notch, or was it just like a natural thing? What do you think? Or do you still struggle with it now? Let's talk about it.
I feel like because it was so much I had to do on my own, that had me being masculine. Like if I could have chose to be masculine or like feminine, I would have had a balance versus like having to be masculine.
Yeah.
And handling everything on my own. But now being married, I'm still learning how to be how to embrace my femininity and asking for help. Like that's a struggle for me. Like I'm used to just figuring it out on my own. Like that's the masculine energy in me. Like figuring it out. Okay, I don't want to ask nobody for help. I don't want nobody to be able to say like, yeah, well I did this. Like I don't know. That could be pride too. But like it was me just always used to figuring it out on my own. But now being married, like it's still like a challenge because I'm not used to having to ask for help. I'm used to just figuring it out and taking care of things and handling things on my own.
Yeah.
So now knowing that I have someone who's there and who's willing to support me, it's just all about me, like continue to learn how to like be like, okay, I need help, or being feminine in that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still learning. Because even when like going from single and then dating and then being married, your masculine energy not just gonna go away straight like that.
Yeah.
Like you still gotta like ease into it.
Yeah. I wonder that mean like I'm still in my masculine energy though. I don't know.
I think it's important to have a balance though.
I feel like I can balance myself out. I feel
That's
like
good.
other people have a hard time coming in and balancing me out. And I think it's because, yes, when I do engage with other people, I ain't gonna say like trust issues and all that stuff. They do arise.
Mm-hmm.
They arise, but they don't like arrive. Like, of course I have it in the back of my head where it's like I'm just gonna take things easy and see where it goes. I try to go with the flow. But in the midst of that, when you are a masculine female and the guy approaches you, I feel like in a way they become intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that it's a natural instinct for them to turn over to like different tactics, use different tactics of like some guys, not all guys,
right,
depending on where they at in their life. They might use manipulation. They might use like, they might lie. They might just, do other things that they might not even be proud of, but it's just the fact that like they don't know. So instead of like being vulnerable and being honest, they put on the facade of, oh, I got it.
Yeah.
And somebody like me would like to see that you actually got it before I even be soft with you, because that is a state of vulnerability.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's like it's not like I'm giving you all my power, but I'm putting a lot of trust in you to lead me. Not only me, but me and my kids. Like,
Right.
You're leading the village. You're not just leading yourself, and you could just take that and run with it. Like, that's a big risk on me, especially when you come in here without kids,
right?
Because you don't know what it's like to have kids. So it's a lot to take into consideration, and there's a lot of things that both parties have to be mindful of. You know, I have to be mindful that if you don't have kids, you don't know what it's like to have kids,
Right.
or if you're worth it, I could be patient with you, wanting to learn the ropes and things like that. But you can't be afraid to be vulnerable with me,
Right.
and let me know that. And I can't expect you to know everything, and that's kind of why I kind of might do a little struggling, because it'd be like, the first step up, you'd be like, God, just go ahead on, man. Just go ahead on about your business. I'll get it.
You don't get it, gone. Like,
and instead of him, like, it takes a lot of communication. It takes a lot of communication. Once you realize that, like I said, like for me, if I'm willing to accept you and to want to, bring you into my home, or feel like I want to let you start seeing the vulnerable side of me, and this side and that side, I'm willing to give myself to you. We give each other stuff to each other, and we accept that. That communication is like, I'm going to be on point with my communication. And I'm talking about, you're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly, the arguments and everything. You can't be so flighty. You have to be ready, like, to be solid. And that's going to help us with both of our energy. It's going, for me to be able to trust you, that's going to make me, okay, that's going to make me more soft. And for you to take in that energy, that's going to give you, and for you to take into that, that's going to give you that energy to act, which is masculine energy. We're being put together to, join.
Yeah.
Not to, the same side of the batteries that don't never, what's it like when you hold two positive batteries together, and they just be like, they don't touch. We're not here to do that. Cause friction. We're here to, like, conjoin. So
I also think, like, a man who is truly masculine won't go out of his way to make a woman he's trying to deal with, or a woman he's dealing with that is masculine, to, like, manipulate her or humble her or put her down, or you don't have to break her down. If you're trying to deal with a woman who's masculine, and you're a man who is truly masculine, the last thing you're gonna do or be trying to do is manipulate her, or lack patience with her because she's not off back feminine. Like, things take time.
Yeah.
So you gotta guys, be patient with the women who are used to being masculine, because 9 times out of 10 they had to be, and since they already have that instilled in them, you just gotta have some patience, because the femininity is within us.
Yeah.
You just gotta provide that safe space
to bring it out.
Yeah, to bring it out.
But they be struggling with that, because a lot of them were not brought up in a home where it was masculine energy as well, and I feel like that takes part in their upbringing. The only thing is that I don't, like, I would take that into consideration, but I won't accept that as an excuse for the simple fact that we're adults now.
Right.
We're adults. Like, if you want to be an adult and you want to be a man, you gotta know, you gotta teach yourself or find guidance. I mean, like, just because you didn't have it growing up, that don't mean that you can't reach out to an uncle to have conversations. Mm-hmm. That don't mean you can't reach out to, your grandpas, your brothers, and things like that. Older people that could show you the way or help give you some keys. Or if you have kids and you have a son looking up to you, this is your chance to, do better for him. Mm-hmm. So it's ways,
the example for him.
Yeah, because my daughter made me soft. My son kind of keeps me in my masculine energy because he is. Guys are different. Like boys are is a lot of action with my son, and when he's around, it's a lot more chaotic. But when it's just my daughter, she definitely makes me just tap in and just be like, I talk more to her. I'm not angry. I'm more just and it's because I want to show her that she don't have to be in that masculine. Sometimes we got to get stuff done, but then most of the time it's no, it should be like this. We cook together, we clean together, we do what we need to do together. I talk to her and things like that. Not too much, not over the top, but just when she asks questions, I answer. And that's what I kind of want to keep her in. But I think that a lot of guys, since they didn't have that guidance growing up, they kind of struggle with that.
Yeah.
And then when you come across a female that is, like I said, is masculine, it's intimidating. Because some girls are very masculine. Like me, I could I could balance out. I can. But I don't always balance out. So, yes, it do be times I be like, okay, it's going to get done regardless. I'm not listening to be patient. Let me figure this out because I don't know what you gonna figure out. I don't know if you gonna take
then
me
I'm
this
on
way.
Your time. No.
Yeah, I gotta. That's what I'm saying. It's gotta be a very communication is key when this comes down to partnerships because you have to have that. Because you telling me I got it, don't worry about it. I'm thinking by 10 o'clock it better be done.
So let me know that tonight. All that waiting a week after when rent due tomorrow.
Right. No, I don't got time for that. Then you try to you don't want to be I left them, but you want to be you want to know, so you start questioning, hey, baby,
what's going on with that? Remember what you said you was gonna do? What's going on?
How I try to approach it in a good manner, and here you go,
bugging up. Didn't I tell you I was gonna do it, or I told you I got? Okay, let me know, cause.
Let me know something so I can shut up. I want to do this. I do want to shut up, but you gotta let me know. We not at that point right now. We still gotta work towards that. And that's where people bump heads, understanding that it takes a lot of patience and communication. We not at that point where if we was at that point, we probably be married by now, but we ain't there yet. And even still though, like you said, you still learning. That just goes to show you that it takes patience and communication. It's not one without the other. It's literally two. And people also be stuck in dating as kids.
Yes.
Than dating as an adult. And
that's true.
It is different.
That's true.
It's so much different. Because even me, I had to give myself I'm not a kid anymore. It was like a age reality check. That I'm not even a kid no more. I had to learn myself as an adult.
Yeah.
Not saying forget the kid me, but why I'm thinking about the kid me when I'm 20, it's 28 years later though. What do I like as an adult? What do I want in a man? What do what can I bring to the table? And then that's when I started learning how to cook. All I really did was had to learn was how to cook. Everything else I had, but it was just dang. A few guys have told me that's the key to their heart. Food, a woman that knows how to cook, and I'm yeah, I don't know how to cook. Why don't I know how to cook? And so I also learned how to cook for the simple fact that I like to eat good food too. Right. So it's I feel we also kind of realize that we have to make adjustments when we're dating as adults than dating as kids. I feel like as adults, we kind of prepping ourselves to be like husbands and wives, unless you want to be lonely, unless you kind of would rather be alone. I'm not saying that you don't have to be alone. You could want to be alone. Like I enjoy being alone at times, but it's like eventually I do want to get married, you know? But I think that in the midst of that, we're learning to, like I said, balance out energies. Because even if when you get in a relationship too, it's gonna be times when your partner falls short. And you're gonna have to like step up.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have to come. You ain't finna come with that. Oh, you're gonna come with your masculine energy because you gotta. It's time to take action.
Yeah.
You know, you the backbone. You considered the backbone. The woman, the mom is considered the backbone of the family. So, it is what it is. So when things fail, that's when you step up and you put things back together. That's just how it be. Some women also struggle with like showing their feminine side as well, because like growing up, they didn't have that either. So you gotta take that into consideration. How a woman was brought up. So is it possible people wanted me to be like submissive towards them, and I didn't feel the urge to.
I want the urge.
I didn't want to. That was not something that I wanted to do. But I think that was because like the security. Because I grew up in the house. My mom. Well, I seen my mom in different, like where she was the provider and where she had balanced out both. But I also seen her in roles where she was the feminine and my stepdad was the masculine, and he worked and he provided and he protected, and then she cooked, she cleaned, she did things. So we were able to see that, maybe not all the time, but we were able to see that, and but I also come from, my aunt was kind of, one of my aunts was like that too. So I did see it a little bit growing up, but then I also come from a strong background of independent women. Like,
yes.
Like, I think it is a struggle eternally, like, to be feminine, but I feel like when the right person comes, it's really not that much of a struggle, because you want to be, soft with your man. You want your man to play his role, and you want to be able to play your role, but it has to be a solid foundation. If the foundation is not solid, what do you really have? That's like when we watched the Cosby Show growing up. We seen that foundation. Or when we watched what was some shows? Family Matters.
Yeah.
The Jeffersons. Like, I watched those shows, and they taught me a lot of things, like family. They taught me things that like I might not have seen in my personal life first hand on, but I was able to still see it. A Black family.
As y'all see, we are Black. But we're not gonna get into like no deep race, we just acknowledging ourselves because we are Black women. But I feel like too often when people see Black independent women, they think like, oh, she's too masculine, or she's aggressive, or she is she gonna give you a hard time, and all these different categories and traits they try to put us in. But for the people who are not Black women or Black women, you just won't know, because you won't know what it's like being a Black independent woman. Yeah. Like, I feel like my mom raised me to be independent, so now it's like it's still a challenge for me to like break that off. Because growing up, I used to think like, I used to be proud to be like, yeah, I'm independent, like I don't need nobody. But nah, like I've reached like adulthood, and I understand like now it's okay to need people.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. You don't, it's okay to be independent, but it's also okay to have people you can depend on as well.
Yeah.
So all the angry black women, like, sure, we angry because we got to do everything by ourselves.
Yeah.
We tad. We is tad.
We tad,
because back then, like, the men were the providers, and they gave the women the homes to move them and the children into. They went and hunt for the food and brought the food back, and the woman just took care of home. She made sure the children were well taken care of. It was, food cooked, and stuff like that.
Clothes be ironed.
Now it's like, as women, we have to do all of that and more. Like, we already have the stability, the home, and everything provided. So someone who's coming into that, we also have to tend to them as well. So it's like, okay, I gotta provide for my home. I'm the provider, I'm the head of the household. Now I have someone else that I have to open up my femininity to and tend to and make sure I'm giving them attention and affection and stuff like that. And that's nothing wrong with that. But y'all gotta understand why we struggle with the transition.
Yeah.
The transition. So,
and I'm gonna be honest, I don't be wanting to do that.
What?
Cater to nobody. Tend to nobody. Like, I want to know if you're a provider, unless we have some type of agreement or something, which I'm not going to agree to those terms and conditions, because just like being a provider, being a protector, being the masculine is a lot. Cooking, cleaning, make sure the kids are taken care of, make sure everybody's bathed and hair is done and hair is combed. That's a lot too.
Yes,
that's a lot.
That is
like, you're not going to sit here and tell me that that's after you don't work your job, your career, you come home, you don't want to hear about how the kids had a bad day at school, or such and such is being disrespectful, so you need to whoop. No, you're gonna look at me like I'm crazy, like, why you didn't take care of this? Because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be tending to the kids while you're outside doing, what you need to be doing. But what gets me is you want me to work 8 hours a day, which I don't do. I don't do anyway. You want me to do this? Or like when I was doing hair, like, had clients, then had to, do my hair, do my kids' hair, cook, clean, get everything prepared, and you think you can come over and just look at me. And you think I want to look at you. Do that make sense?
It do.
Why would you think I want to sit here? If we friends and we just like, that's one thing. But if in your head you want me to take us serious, but in my head I'm looking at you crazy, because why would you think that if you're not making nothing happen? Right. No, it's common sense though. You could sit here in my face and tell me everything you want in a woman or soon to be wife, but you ain't half of the man that you want, that you claim to be. And that's a problem to me.
Or half of the things you asking me to be.
To be, right. Because like I said, I will be willing to make the adjustments for somebody who was action-oriented, took initiative, knew how to lead, not be looking at me like, where we finna go?
For real.
Because now I'm finna treat you like now I don't know. The respect ain't always, it ain't come. Like, it's not gonna hit, because what you want, like, because then I feel like you disrespect me because you steady want to try to play in my face, thinking I want to sit here and look at you when I got things to do. Like, no. I'm just gonna tell y'all what females who ghost y'all, don't tell y'all, because that's what we thinking. That's what we thinking. Would that not be what you would think though? You'll be like, nah, son, it ain't hitting, it ain't giving. Mm-hmm. I'ma ghost you, and I've ghosted guys before, cause it's like they'll come in demanding like, or they'll see like, oh, she got her stuff together.
Yeah.
Okay, but where you fit in there? See, now I got the same mindset that a dude got with the females who ain't proved to them that they ain't worthy, or whatever the case may be. Oh, now you got to get in where you fit in.
Right.
Now we gonna be on my time, cause I don't understand like what you want. You can't even tell me what you want. Like, you just want to see it, but like, no, that's not good enough for me. Like, that's okay, we friends, that's fine. But the minute you think we finna take something to the next step, I get confused because I be like, why? Why you think that we about to go to get somewhere if we ain't even like, you ain't come in and make nothing happen?
Like, what have you done?
Yeah, you ain't did nothing. And it's like men want women to prove to them first that they worthy of being a woman, the perfect woman for them. Mm-hmm. You supposed to create that safe place for her first. Like, yeah, we're supposed to show you things, but that's why it's called dating. You know, in the midst of dating, you're gonna see what happened. Like, God throw out tests all the time. It's gonna test your relationship regardless. Like, you're gonna see if this person is for you regardless. So it's the trying to force it. What you trying to force it? Because I done seen that you ain't gonna be the man that I want you to be. So what we doing?
Right.
But you want to sit here and continue to preach to me the type of woman that you are. Like, right. Yes, I'm capable of doing all that. I don't want to do it for you though, because you're not doing nothing for me. Part. Like, understand what you asking. And when you ask yourself and know what you want in your head, and you, if you see that I'm that person or not, ask yourself, are you the person that could fulfill this person's needs? Mm-hmm. You know, are you able to step up and be the person that this person needs you to be? Because if not, it's an imbalance. Mm-hmm. So now I'm feeling like I'm drained. Then it's going to cause a problem. It's going to cause a problem every time, because I don't be on that type of time. I just went off. But I had to, because it just be taking me there. Like, I get triggered though. Like, I'm not going to lie and say that, you know, a lot of stuff I do brush off, but a lot of stuff triggers me because it just be like, I worked hard to get where I am. Exactly. And it is not easy when you always have to be in your masculine energy, right, as a female. We have to take on two roles. That's really hard to do. We have to learn survival instincts. We have to learn how to be the provider. We have to learn how to be the protector. We have to learn how to get this hard shell when we don't. Some of us don't have it. Some of us don't want it. Like, some of us, like, you know, it's a lot that we have to take on. And guys will really sit here and play and then think you finna play the game with them. It just don't be making sense to me. It just do not be making sense to me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's been times where I played the game too for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I played the game a little bit because, you know, you be like, you having fun. Okay, that's cool. Like, you know, I'm mentally intelligent and stable enough to know what I want to do, what I don't want to do right now. You know, but it just backfires because you're never on the same page. Like, once you feel like you have this, another person is looking at it differently. So it's just best to just leave that alone. Like, it causes less confusion when you just by yourself. And by myself, I learned a lot of stuff, like what I want in a man when I do, like when I am ready for that. Mm-hmm. Like, when the right man do approach me, the man that's for me, I don't think I'm going to struggle with my feminine energy.
Right.
I think I'm gonna be like, girl, I'm gonna be happy as hell. Somebody came take the weight
For
off my
real.
shoulders. Over here you go. Our price over. Look, like I'm like, you know, it's gonna be good. Like I'm gonna appreciate that. And I'm gonna embrace that. And I'm gonna cherish that because I've been alone enough. You know, I done balanced out my life enough. I done, you know, I done did that. But it's not gonna be for any and everybody. You know, I've had arguments with dudes and I'd be like, you don't get the off my phone. I don't want to hear that because it sounds crazy and it sounds very manipulative. Like the way they want to manipulate your mind is crazy to me, and they just it's crazy. It'd be crazy. The lies, it'd be crazy. I don't know how to do this and this and this. I never was taught or shown that. Well, how the heck do you think we learn? At some point, you got to step out and do it. At some point, you got to be masculine and do it. And if you look at what masculine is, it says action. It says giving. On the feminine energy side, it says receiving. It says that. You could Google it. You could ask Siri. You could ask your friends. Like you could we all adults where it's like you could have these type of debates of what masculine and feminine energy is, where you will be able to take something from the conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Where something might sound right, something might not sound right. You'll be like, nah. Or yeah, you know, that's what we supposed. Them the type of conversations we supposed to be having now. That like that, I feel like that is okay to have. Those are appropriate conversations. People be having the wrong type of conversations, like you know, men still stuck in little boy world, but want to be respected as a man.
Exactly.
That's why I draw the line, because no, like it don't give. Like I've seen independent women in my home and in my family. My brothers are very hardworking, masculine men. My stepdad, my granddaddy, my uncle, like I've seen it on both ends. So it's like you can't sit here and tell me, you know, what's what, because I've seen them do it. You know, and the way they treat me, I get princess treatment. So I don't know. I'm not going to accept anything less than that. Like, if it's, I don't want to say like, but if you get to the person that is for me, have to do more than what my brothers, like the men in my family, could do for me. Because then I won't need them.
Right.
You know? But there's no way I should have a man, but I still have to call my brothers.
Exactly.
There's no way I should have to. Then they're going to be like, why are you calling me for? You know? My granddaddy going to be like, what?
For real, don't you got a man?
Right. And it's like, dang, I said that because I'm like, shit, I don't know if this man. So he acting like
I got
right
a man,
now.
but I don't think he a man.
Right. We still trying to figure that out. You know, so it is what it is.
And then for men, like, don't be so quick to be upset when a woman isn't embracing her femininity when you coming into her life. First, you need to know what it takes to be a man. That's the first step. And then second, you need to know what it takes to lead.
Yeah.
If you coming to her and looking for answers every time instead of like, babe, okay, this what I got signed, this what I got lined up for us. Yeah. Or, you know, we gonna do this and that. Instead of like, oh, what we gonna do? Or what's next? Or
y'all could go hand in hand. That'll be nice for y'all to go hand in hand. First, when you still learn, you could be like, well, what you think about this? Or you run it past us, boom, she coming. That's good. Because they might feel like it's a lot of pressure on them too. But you have somebody that's willing to like, I ain't gonna say like always want to meet you halfway, but that's willing to like throw in some ideas to help too. Like you not messing with like no lazy female. Like there's a difference between a lazy female and a female that want the same thing as you. So they gonna fit in. Like y'all gonna be able to balance that out where it's like, okay, hey babe, woo, 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 woo. And then she come with you like, dang, I didn't even think about that. You know, women do got the brains that's like, whereas she might have the idea, but you know how to put it in play. Yeah. Good teamwork makes the dream work. Like, know that. Don't be feeling like you gotta operate in pride and ego, like women are less than you. So your woman not worth nothing, but all she do is good for this and this and that. And I don't want my man to look at me like I'm not worth nothing, because then I have to outsmart you. Then it's gonna become competitive. Like that's where the competition come in, because it's like you're not creating a safe place. You just making it seem like you're above me, and I gotta prove my worth to you. So that's making me like uncomfortable, uneasy, and it's like, who finna do all that? Then you look back like, why would I do all that when the proof is in the pudding? I got everything. You feel me? Like I didn't need to prove myself to you. So
I think it has to be a balance within men too, because we don't want y'all to be so stressed and burnt out trying to figure things out on your own that you can't be the best man you could be in the household, or to the children, or to your wife, or to your friends, or to your family. Like it's okay for men to ask for help. Ask your woman for help too, because sometimes you just can't figure it out, and then you ask her and she just figured out soon, quick, like that. So then that's all it took. So men, you do not have to figure it out every single time on your own. Like, yes, be masculine, but still be vulnerable enough to ask for help too, and get your woman's opinion and advice, or any of that from her, because that's why we here.
Yeah. So when I get a man, he asks me, I'm gonna be looking at, like, I'm one of the people that's like, if I don't got the answer, I'm gonna find the answer. Yeah. So it's like, you might not have the time to find the answer, but I do have the time to find the answer, so I'm gonna do that. It's ain't no shame in it. Guys also, you can't be like operating from pride and ego and insecurities and all that thing.
Men
like,
or women, I feel
like. Men or women.
Look at you.
Men or women, for the
men or women.
Men or women, definitely, because that's not going to create a solid foundation either for y'all. It's actually going to cause a toxic cycle. I was talking to, like the pattern I had in my, like the people I talked to was like, I think the space thing. Remember we was talking about the space? Like I give them a lot of space.
Yeah.
Because I'm the type of person that you just have to like check in and things like that. I always wanted to know what was the root of that. Is it like, do I really give a lot of space? Or is it just like you used to having a female that's always on your back about things? Because I don't mind having a conversation, but when people complain, I mean, it's one thing if you mention it, but it's another thing when you start complaining about it.
Right.
Because for what you see that I'm not changing for you. I'm not changing for you. So that I feel like that's hey, if it's a red flag for me, let me go. Don't get in your ego and then start getting mad and being like,
forget you.
Yeah, like want to
like
get back. Care. Yeah, like that's not a man trait to get play tit for tat with a female. That's a female. It's not a good trait, but it's more of a female trait to move off emotions. I'm gonna say that, but it was dude I was talking to, like I ignored him one day, and I probably wouldn't even ignore him. I probably was like busy doing something, and he literally like would do it on purpose to me the next time, and it was just like a constant thing. And then it was just like, this is so annoying, because who has time to? We have so much to probably doing in our personal lives that this is like the problem within us, that like it's like a tit for tat, push pull, a power struggle type of thing, when I'm not trying to fight for no power from you.
Right.
Why you can't get out your feelings and be a man and be like, we not finna do this? Why do I have to be angry and come at you like an angry black woman and tell you that we're not about to do this, and you keep doing the same thing? That'd be like the problem with me. Like it'd be the root. Yes, men do have to balance out their energies too, just like how women do, because it'll just cause, like I said, a toxic cycle. We don't be having time for that though. Like, it's only so many times I'm gonna say the same thing. Like, sometimes when I hear myself talk, I do feel like I'm like masculine. But I don't really be trying to, because I be feel like it's common sense. If you want me to be this way, why you can't be this way? Why do you have to come in my life? A lot of people come in my life and automatically be having different motives for me, and I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. Because I don't want to, like, if I want a man, I want a man. Mm-hmm. I don't want little sis.
Simple as
like,
that.
I don't want a little, like a dude that act like a female. I don't want that. I'm not here to, if that's it, I could go get a girlfriend.
Exactly.
I don't want that. I want a man that's a man that knows he's a man that know how to do things and get things done as like a man's supposed to do. And that's it. They be making it harder than what it has to be, trying to play mind games and all this, trying to confuse. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, if I have to step into my masculine energy with you, it's damn near done deal. Like, I don't trust you. Think about it. You don't, like, what you good?
Now my guard up.
Yeah, I'm over here side-eyeing you like, you sneak. Like, I don't even know what to think about you, because I'm just over here like, guard up always. On edge always. Mm-hmm. Don't know what's what. Like, no. I don't like that. I don't like moving like that. And we be patient, but then that patience turns into resentment. That patience turns into rage. That patience turns into just like a lot of buildup. And take the masculine, you turn into a dangerous human being from all that. And it's like, I don't need nobody to take me from that to that person, because that's having complete control over somebody. I don't need nobody to take me from there. So I always make sure I keep myself grounded. That's why I prefer to spend a lot of the time alone, because I feel like once I engage with a man, it goes from, oh, we kicking it, we cool, you want to get serious, but you don't know how to. Nah, you're not gonna steer me wrong. I'm
For
cool
real.
where I'm at, and I don't mind being patient. While I ain't gonna say why he get his stuff together, get this together. But say if he's building his, if he has the same things I have, or if he's building his stuff up, then yeah, we can just kick it, because you're not gonna be no distraction. We can be friends. Mm-hmm. We could, I'm not knocking that, but it's the moment that you think you finna come and try to sweep me off my feet so I could fall on my head, is where that, like, the problem come in, that it's like, nah, I'm okay, I'm cool. And then some of them don't know how to take rejection either. That's another thing. They don't be knowing how to take rejection, and then they just be angry, like, woosah a little bit, go, go exercise so you can keep yourself grounded. Like, have a hobby, like, balance out. You supposed to, like, balance. That's what you have to do. Sometimes you have to do different activities to balance out things. Like, that's why I like having hobbies, because I feel like it helps me balance out my moods. Mm-hmm. It don't, when I'm feeling antsy, I can do this. When I'm feeling active, I can do that. When I want to just relax and be smooth, I can do this. It ain't just like I'm looking for something to do. Right. I'm just, because when you boy ain't got nothing to do, but you angry, mad, you could do anything.
Exactly.
And I'm not, I don't operate like that. Like, I feel like I have options. And I even wrote down a list of what I can do when I'm mad. I could write. Sometimes I just write down the question that's in my head. Sometimes I just write down the sentence that's in my head. Like, I feel like that's balancing me out, because it's protecting my energy. I'm letting it out in positive ways. Mm-hmm. So I'm able to, not let the feelings linger. Release and woosah. And get back, get grounded. It's good to stay grounded. And that's why I'm working on grounding myself, because that helps me seek out the extra stuff that's not gonna fit, that doesn't align with me. Mm-hmm. I know how to keep myself grounded. So when people get to acting crazy, tweaking or thinking they finna do this and that, it makes me like, it's like an alarm, like red flag, let go, abort mission. Where it just be like, I'm gonna head out. We ain't even finna do that. I mean, some people it took a little longer to let go, but now new people. I'm talking about new people that I meet. That first conversation
For
be
real.
like everything I need to know. First impressions do matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like people be, you got one chance to you better make it count, because I'll block you that same day, and you wouldn't even. I'd be like, nah, I'm cool. I'm definitely working on my honesty.
I think each woman's experience with their feminine energy is different too. Like some women are naturally feminine because that's the type of examples they had in the household or their environment was. Mm-hmm. And you have women who struggle with putting out their feminine energy. But I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that too. Everybody has their own experience with it.
Yeah, you gotta find what works for you.
Yeah, you gotta find what works for you. And then men, like as far as masculinity, I feel like although you might not have grew up with that example or that type of environment around you, still within wanted to like seek how you can be masculine and be the man you need to be for your child or your nieces, nephews, whoever. I'm sure it's somebody you can like connect with that can help guide you. But you gotta want that. Don't just be out here getting angry with women who are masculine and you ain't masculine. So why are you mad? Like,
yeah,
you can't be mad because you looking at a woman, you feel like she's more masculine than you. Then within yourself, you need to focus on yourself and
how to bring it out
and how to bring that masculinity out of you
in a positive way.
Yeah, in a positive way.
Not in like no conniving way of like, just wanting power, dominating and being dominant. I agree with that.
Because especially because you get some men who claim to be masculine, and then like within their group of fans, within their group of friends, they're the like runner boy, like, oh yeah, we can send him to the store to go do something. He the send out boy.
He the send out boy, right?
Yeah. Your homies don't listen to you. Don't think I'm gonna listen.
Not for real.
You can't even speak up and be a leader in your friend group.
Right.
Why you think you finna come lead me? Like, your friends don't even take you serious as a man.
But you want me to take you serious.
Exactly. And then be mad when I don't listen.
Right.
But no.
Then they start bringing out them other sides, because I'm saying them the type of men that think women are below them. So they start using different things to try to break down a woman's confidence. Mm-hmm. Whole time she was sparing you. Shit, you ain't never know what was up that woman's sleeve. You ain't know what type of partner you could have had, but you chose to, tear her down instead of helping build up. Or y'all, go instead of collaborating with her, you chose to go against her. Mm-hmm. And
she could have helped you grow.
Exactly.
We don't be against men.
We're not men.
That's haters. What we want y'all to know. We're not against men.
We're not. And we're not angry black women either.
And we're not angry black women. Do we get mad because we're human? Yes, we do. But we're not just angry black women.
We're more so fed up.
Yeah, we're fed up
with the narratives that are painted on us.
Exactly.
And we're going off of our life experiences as well, of how we were approached by guys and how we handle situations and what we want now and where we are now in life. That is just like, we're comfortable enough to talk about this because we're two young adults that have been in our masculine energy and our feminine energy, had to learn how to balance those off. Like, we're not going to we're not saying nothing that we don't know.
Right.
We're talking from experience. And now that we're at a point that it's like, okay, we got a whiff of both. We're able to balance out or still working towards that. It's a little easier for us to, have a conversation about it. But, and then now that we done seen both perspectives of those energies and how we see how men still treat females when you take yourself out. Now that since we done balanced ourselves out, or that like we done gave ourselves the knowledge and the wisdom to want to balance ourselves out, and that kind of separates you, the way the situations, how you kind of move out the way, because it's like, why play a game of fuckery when you don't have to?
Exactly.
When you know better. And from the outside looking in, that's the only word I got for it, because it do be fuckery though. It do. Like, I didn't tell Raquel some stories, then the way she looked at me was like, and I was like, I know. It's plain fuckery, because it's like people are all really okay with it. And it, it is what it is. But just seeing how, dudes talk about females dudes talk about females on social media, or how females talk about dudes on social media, it kind of be like, yeah, you need a hug or something. Like, bring it in. Like, you don't have to be like that. But
you want to go hoop or something? Like, you need to let that energy off.
It's okay. But then when that same dude come and put on a facade in your face, is literally like, this is what is the fed up part. Because it's like, you don't even see that I'm not the one that you could really play with or manipulate or do this or do that, but you still want to try. Why? Why are you not smart enough to turn your ass around and leave me alone? When you see a
woman who's out of your league.
Because that's all it is. They want to be in the league real bad. It's not your league though.
And then thinking they can change you. Men, they'll see a woman out of their league, right? And then be like, oh, I probably could change her up or adjust things. Yeah. And then when she don't, you get mad. But from the jump, you knew she was out of your league.
You knew it. I don't want nobody in my life except me as I am, okay? Except I am improving daily, though. It's not like I'm stuck in my ways where it's like, fuck everybody, I'm not trying to change for nobody. It's a daily improvement that I'm setting self goals for myself. I don't need nobody who not doing half of what I'm doing. Right. Tell me what I need to be doing. I don't need that, though. I don't need that. That's not needed. If you're not here to help uplift, right, and come with the, what you need to come with, don't come at all. Like, don't do that.
Or find somebody who on your level.
Yeah.
Because then y'all could,
y'all
work that out
you
together.
Understand each other better.
Yeah, y'all understand each other better.
Because I don't be understanding why I don't. It don't hit. It don't even click. It don't even... I be real confused though, like, why? It be what it is, but I just be wanting people to leave me alone. Like, I elaborate on that. Leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. I don't know. They be just trying to test the waters, but then be looking slow when it backfired. Oh, I didn't think she was going to say this. Well, right. I didn't think it was going to be slow. But, hey, we learn something new every day, don't we? Like, it just be like, dang. Don't nobody want to be like this all the time. And that's when it's like, okay, I got to figure some things out. So I don't even want these type of dudes to have access to me. I don't even want to be approachable.
For real.
Because the minute they open their mouth.
By those men.
It'd be like, out of all the things in the world you could have said, this is what you chose to say. Okay. And I'm a very accepting person. Very accepting person. But it's just starting to get to the point, like I said, I'm starting to get like fed up that people like, this is the approach that people make to people that's approachable. Like, you see somebody that's approachable, so come with a good approach. Don't come with no approach that's gonna make me You know?
Yeah.
Like, for what? Like, why you want to see that side of me? That make me think something wrong with you. Like, what's to you? And I be all with the psychology and all that stuff. So me, I be thinking that it's interesting. Like, case 101. I'm
Right.
over here trying to figure out, like, why he act like this? Like, what's wrong with him that his approaches be like this or that? Like, what was the mix up at, or something like that? Like, where the disconnect? I be wanting to figure that out, but then it be like, that ain't my problem. Some things don't need an explanation. Some things you need to just pay attention to what's in your face or what somebody's giving you, and turn the other way before you damage yourself. Before you feel me, you make your trust issues worse, or you know, because you knew better, but you want to stay for whatever because you just have a good heart. Like, no, it ain't about having a good heart. It's about knowing better. It's about, finding that person that aligns with you. Forget all the other stuff. If you want to do all that, be a therapist, be a counselor. Hey, do some stuff that like work with people that you don't know, so you don't have to form these biased opinions towards men or towards females. You could kind of keep it unbiased and just that's something you like to do. I'll be ready to go off. I do. I'll be having time.
I think it's a really good topic too. Like, I really can't wait to hear what y'all got to say about this.
We really do.
I really can't hear. I really can't wait.
This is a good topic for the simple fact that people really do want to know, and people do struggle with this. Females and males. People really do not have the answers, and we be joking and stuff with my cousins on the phone, and she putting the desk together with the whole drill.
For real.
I'm thinking in my head, like, dang, I put my TV set together, I put my table together. Like, I had assistants who wasn't my friends. We put my kids' bed together, and I just be like, dang. Like, how much stuff have you put together? Like, it's just been like, it is like, guys, but are you gonna call them?
Do they know how to do it?
Right? You got a question like, dang, he might not even know how to do
real.
This. Or nah, I ain't gonna call him because I don't even. I ain't never asked him to put nothing together. So how he gonna feel about this? Like, how he gonna take it? Is he gonna actually want to come put the stuff together? Like, so many different questions that we gonna ask that it's just like we be wanting to know. So we want y'all opinions on that.
Yeah. And then also that's where the masculine energy come in too, because we be at home having to be Build-A-Bear here, building everything.
We know what drills.
For real. Like, we got to build everything. Literally. I feel like men should be helping build and stuff. I mean, if the woman know how to do it, she just do. But it's the difference between having to do it.
Right. Like, if it's not gonna get done. Exactly. If I don't do it, it's still gonna be in the box 6 months later. Like, dang, it just be like, and that's what I'm saying. Won't even offer to put stuff together. Just come by, walk right past it. But you think I want to look at you? Ask yourself that when you go to a female's house, though. Yeah. Do you need some assistance? Like, you don't even ask if you can help me. Like, but you gonna come in my house and try to eat my food. You want to use my lights. You want to drink my water that I pay for. You want to turn on my light switches that I pay for. You want to sit on my couch that I pay for. And it just be like, you can't even offer to help nothing. That's a slap in the face. How do we feel? Nobody asks us how we feel about that, though. But it's why you can't be a little bit more feminine. Why you can't be a man and put something together? Make yourself useful. That's all I be wanting to know. That's it.
Why? And then that's another question. Why does this generation of men lack knowledge of how to put things together? Like, men, this generation of men be so simple. It's either sex or money or like these different things. but he can't even. You got a flat tire, he can't even
Change
replace your tire. Like, why you don't know that this is basics? I feel like this is basics
Yeah.
that men should know.
You should
And you
definitely have
don't
same
even know
tire.
the basics.
Brakes and a tire, I feel like they say are the easiest things. And you tell me you don't know how to do that. So you tell me I gotta go pay $250 for my
For
brakes?
real.
And I got a man sitting right here. Your ass is good. I don't care if you know how to cook a steak. Get out. You're not useful. No, fuck the steak. The steak is $10, $12, $15, $20. My brace is $250. You tell me you don't know how to do that? Or you don't know how to change the tire? That's a problem. That is a problem.
But want to come in here, babe, what we eating tonight? No.
You ain't eating nothing. Take yourself to the restaurant.
Nothing.
Like, no.
I
we eating?
I do think that men be having more expectations on women being feminine than their own selves when it comes to being a man and masculine. Because if I can build this and put this together, why can't you? And I'm forced to have to do it.
Right.
But you just don't do it. You just don't. You just
pissing me off.
Like,
I gotta put it together and move it. They just sitting there like, hey, babe, you want some? If you don't get if you walk away. I be having talked to like they walk away. Like, just don't do it.
Especially like, say if you like moving to like a new state or a new apartment or something, you gotta hire the movers to do it. Why can't your man or some help you move? Who want to spend $500 to help to pay somebody to help you move and box your stuff? Yeah, when you can have a man help you box and move your stuff and save money.
Should I be scared? Is he strong enough? He look a little strong.
His homeboys or something.
Right. They don't be wanting to do no work for real. They don't be wanting to do no work for real. They just be wanting to.
That's what it is.
They're lazy.
They're lazy.
They're the feminine. No, just they too tapped in their feminine energy. They lazy. They're lazy.
They want to do the bare minimum as much as possible
and get treated like a king out here. You are a peasant. Be acting like a peasant.
Dang, you took it down.
Okay, what's below a king? Middle class. No, but they do be having peasant like people mentality though. It's the mentality. They have the mentality of like play no work. No work. Mm-hmm. No hard labor. Scared to get their hands dirty. Labor. Like, what type of mentality is that though? Don't know how to do nothing. I be so mad when I gotta pay for my brakes.
And they be wondering why women be so angry.
They talking about some nails and hair and feet done.
Forget that. That's cool, that's cute when I was a teenager or something. But as an adult,
offer to pay for the oil change or something. I'd be more happy that you offer to pay for the oil change. Some that's in your lane of things to do though, like a car, like car maintenance. You just coming with the stuff that I don't even get my nails done. That don't even excite me. Like I get them done when I can or when I want to, but I be scared to get them done because I'm like, I don't know if I gotta get them dirty. I don't know if they gonna break. I don't always get my nails done. I mean, when I do want them done, I go get them done. But I'm like, shoot, I could pay for that. Can you come help pay for some real stuff? Like some groceries, something. Talking about what we eating tonight. Nothing that you brought. Shit and none. I just be over here like, what? This for the people who live in this household. You want to be treated as such, you need to contribute to the household. We be going here.
We do.
We just went in. But that's because, like I said, we fed up. Like, enough is enough. Like, y'all be coming with the whole list. Can you do this and this
For
and
real.
this and this and that?
Cook, clean, wash my clothes. Like, all this stuff. And you be coming with what?
Shit and none. It never fails. Shit and none. Some guys I came across had like, they was in their mask and they was tapped in. I ain't gonna lie. Came across like 2. And I feel like they was giving, like, they wanted me to bow down. Like, they put themselves on the pedestal, which is okay. But understand that I can match what you match. Right. So like, how we finna do this? So now it's a power struggle. You know, what we finna do? What's up? Because you still ain't saying nothing. Can you cook when I don't feel like cooking? Oh, okay, then you need to lower your voice still. Like, it just be like certain things. Like, that's true though. A man should know how to cook. Like, how you don't know how to cook? They make me mad when men don't know how to cook.
Noodles and
I don't even know that. Oh no, I ate some last time I was over here, but I was.
No, I'm saying, but
men that be wanting
men in this generation be stuck on the basis of, I know how to cook some noodles.
Let me tell you, this one man told me he was gonna make me some food. It was a jail meal though. It's something that he learned how to make in jail. I'm not eating that shit. You ungrateful. You're not gonna make me eat something because you was forced to eat it once upon a time. I don't have to. Like, I've always ate good. I'm not gonna just be out here eating anything because no. And what is that? I'm over here like, what the? Don't you get on the way? You look like you want to walk up and crawl away. I'm ungrateful though. I'm ungrateful because I didn't want to eat it. I didn't have to eat that though. Like, why would you even put that in your body? Like, it looked like it was dangerous.
And then still enjoy eating it after that. Like, right. You don't have to live like this.
Like, it's okay. Like, get away from it's the one to be stuck in the struggle for me. Real. Like, how we gonna grow and be to like a unit as one if we gotta get out the mindsets of the struggle and the mentalities. Like, no. We don't have to live like that. Because one thing I'm not going to, I'm going to spend it. I'm going to do what I want to do. I am. You only get one life. Mm-hmm. Whether you here for a long time or not, when you are here, we are here for a good time. I'm not here be stressed out over no dude. I'm here to live. And in the midst of that, I'm here to teach my kids how to live when they get of age. And I'm here to just enjoy my time here. I'm not here for all the extra stuff. So anybody that think they want to come in and put somebody through extra, you're going to have another thing coming. I'm not with all that, the shenanigans. I'm not no kid no more where, it was a little fun to, add a little razzle dazzle to the relationship, arguing and stuff. That ain't fun no more. So it's not cute. And you got one more time to try to think you finna stress me out. Because now I gotta come on. Now I gotta get in my mask I'm disciplining you. No, you gotta go. Because who you think finna sit here and argue with you over what? Sometimes the arguments don't even be worth it. But it's just the point that this all you know how to do is put on your little big ass jaws and think that you running something, and then you're not. It's like sometimes we want the men to be men that we are like tone it down a notch. When no, because the right man gonna come in and balance you out. Ain't no I'm finna step on you type of things, and you gonna get in where you fit in, or you gonna follow suit. No, we're gonna come together and make something happen, birth something new. Whether it's love or whatever the case, we gonna get something done. Cause ain't no way you about to be with somebody for 10 years and you ain't got nothing to show for it.
For real.
You ain't got nothing to show for it. I ain't doing that.
And then also, like, the feminine energy got its pros and cons too. Because the moment you show a man you like basking in your feminine energy, they try to, oh, you too emotional, or you always crying, or you always
just never enough.
Yeah, like which one is it?
What do you want?
Y'all don't want us to be too masculine. If we be too feminine, then we too emotional, and we always in our feelings, and get out your feelings. Like what do you want? What do you want at this point?
That's what I'm saying. Everybody don't be for everybody, because a dude that's complaining about me being sensitive is not a man for me. Because what you mean I'm too sensitive? I mean, I ain't sensitive for no reason. What is you doing that making me go?
Exactly.
Like, come on now, like, don't do that. Like that's what I'm saying. That'd be like some manipulation. Because what did you talking about?
Yeah, that is manipulation.
It's very much manipulation. Like, come on now.
Because now I'm sensitive because you doing something that either hurt my feelings, or that I don't like, or that rubbed me the wrong way. But I'm sensitive because I reacted to it, or because I called you out on your stuff.
Right. And sometimes she probably let it slide a couple of times. And the moment I got time today is what you tweaking for? Mm-hmm. And then I get to say what I'm saying. Then I be like, did I do too much? I sometimes be having questions like, did I do too much? I probably didn't have to do that much. But I'm like, nah, because I gave you the chance to either correct it, to address it, and you didn't want to. So now it's like I feel like it's in my hands, and I'm not letting shit slide. That's on you if you want to let shit slide. Dudes be trying to let shit slide. Oh, this little shit now, little shit my ass. We gonna talk about it. We gonna move on.
For real.
Like as a man, like we gonna address it and move on from it. That's what you. So I feel like that's what a man's supposed to do. Let's address this so we won't have no problem.
Right.
And that's it. Not no. All right, I'm gonna let it slide. Cause I'm act like I ain't got
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
Oh, I want her to do this. Like it shouldn't even be that if y'all knew how to communicate the right way, and stop trying to be all with hidden motives. Like get it together. You either a man or you're not. You either a woman or you're not. A real woman or you're
For
not.
Real.
Shoot, but ain't no way I'm about to be a woman, and I know I'm a woman, and a boy try to little girl me. And vice versa. Don't let nobody little boy you. Because we work hard to get, and only the real ones know you work hard to get where you at. So letting somebody play in your face is like
not an option.
It's not an option. You can have a little fun if you want to. Sometimes you do, but you like, okay, sometimes, but when you just over there, like, I'm ready for the real deal. You just gonna leave all that alone and just like realize you gonna question you either for me or you not. Mm-hmm. You finna go or you not. Nah, I'm not gonna ask you if you finna go. Now I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna get you gone, and that's it. Like I don't be on that. I don't be on that. Yeah, this is a good topic. I like this. We snapped.
This is our take on Black women balancing masculinity and femininity.
Ooh, stop saying that 5 times fast. Femininity. I bet you don't know how to say femininity after this.
For real. But we trying to open y'all minds up. Think about what we talking about. Share y'all experiences, y'all perspectives, y'all opinions respectfully.
Because we didn't come, even though we shared our opinions, we were laughing at a lot of stuff. We were not mad or anything. So don't try to come for us and tell us, what try to criticize us in a hardcore way, because it's a friendly conversation. We kept it friendly, like we could laugh at the stuff as well. So even though it's real topics, we still was able to,
have fun.
Yeah. So put some respect on our names. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But we want y'all to continue to tune in, though. We on episode 6, y'all.
Oh, this episode 6? I thought we was on 7. Look at me. Sorry. We on episode 6. Y'all been holding it down.
Episode 6.
And our views is going up. We getting it. We making it happen.
We appreciate y'all support, y'all tuning in, y'all liking, subscribing, commenting, engaging, all
feedback
of that.
And whether y'all comment on the video, send us a text or message us, we
watch it.
Yeah, we appreciate it all. So don't you heard it here first. We appreciate y'all.
Yes. And again, we always share in each episode our our experiences, our perspectives, our understandings, our opinions, ours.
Yes.
So we not speaking for nobody else.
Exactly.
But we do want to know y'all take on this topic. We do want to hear about y'all experiences and perspectives and stuff like that. So do not be afraid. Again, we don't judge. It's a judge-free zone.
Yes.
If y'all comfortable, please share y'all experiences and thoughts on this topic. And we appreciate y'all for tuning in again and sticking around this long. Episode 6, y'all.
Y'all some real ones.
Yes.
We gonna when we get rich, we gonna buy y'all some chips from kind of stuff. Y'all do whatever y'all want. But yeah. So until next time.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.